money in Europe seems pretty simple until you're actually there and suddenly you're dealing with different currencies, currency exchange, and hidden credit card fees. So in this video, I want to walk you through exactly how to access and use your money without paying unnecessary fees or dealing with unexpected headaches. Hi, I'm Angela, and 7 years ago, I moved from the US to Europe. Ever since, I've been writing all about my travels on my blog, Notes from Europe. If this is your first time joining me, be sure to subscribe for more Europe travel videos just like this. And if you stay until the end, I will tell you how to sign up for my free email course, How to Plan a Trip to Europe. All right, using money abroad. Let's get into it. Number 1, determine whether you even need local cash in the first place. Most people assume that they will need some kind of cash in the local currency, but in 2026, that's just not really the case. Digital payments are incredibly popular throughout Europe, and in some destinations, like London or the Nordics, it can even be difficult to find places that take cash. I know, it's crazy. Research your destination and figure out if cash is going to be required at all. Most advice will probably say something like, credit cards can cover most purchases, but it's a good idea to have cash for small independent businesses. On a trip to Sweden, I got some local currency out of the ATM, and it was kind of an expensive souvenir because I could not find a place to truly give it away. So just be careful depending on where you're going. You may even want to see how far you can get on that first day without getting cash out, because a lot of destinations have made the transition. If you do need cash, you absolutely want to avoid airport kiosks or currency exchange businesses. These are notorious for high fees. Even if they say they don't charge any fees, what they do is they hide their fees in their currency exchange rates. This means that the amount of local currency you receive from these types of businesses is less than what you would receive if you were exchanging your currency with a traditional bank. Since traditional banks offer the best currency exchange rates, this is where you want to get your local cash. That's right. The easiest way to get local currency is from a reputable bank ATM. You should avoid non-bank ATMs like Euronet or Travelex, as these will come with the same types of fees that you're trying to avoid. At a reputable bank ATM, simply insert your debit card just like you would back at home and select your language. I know a lot of people love to practice their high school or Duolingo language skills, but money transactions are not the place to do it. So I would suggest always choosing your local language. Choose how much cash you want to withdraw and then proceed through the prompts. At the end, you'll be asked if you want to be charged in your home currency or the destination currency. You always want to pick the destination currency. This will ensure that your bank will handle the conversion and not the ATM, which means you'll get a better rate. Next, when it comes to using your credit card in Europe, you'll want to make sure that you are using the right kind of credit card for international travel. Now, I'm not talking about some sort of points credit card that comes with a really high annual fee. I'm talking about a very simple type of credit card that will not charge you transaction fees on international transactions. Most credit cards will routinely charge you a 3% fee on any transaction that you make abroad. This fee can get really expensive really quick. And this is kind of a to-do for you before you go on a trip. It's important to ensure that you have a credit card that does not charge these international fees. These are typically called no foreign transaction fee credit cards, and you can find plenty that do not have any sort of annual fee. Just keep in mind that it can take around, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, but you can't get approved for a credit card super fast. So this is something you want to get taken care of at least 6 weeks before your trip. And finally, this one is very important. When using your credit card abroad, you always want to pay in the local currency. Just like in the ATM example, you will often be asked at the end of a transaction if you would like to pay in your home currency, so US dollars, for example, or in the destination currency, like euros or pounds. It might seem intuitive to choose your home currency, but this is yet another way that payment processors will hit you with hidden fees through worse exchange rates. Instead, always select the local currency. Your credit card company will handle the conversion at a much better rate, which means that you will pay less overall. All right, those are probably my 5 best money tips for anyone traveling through Europe. You have a tip that I didn't mention question, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Not only will it be enlightening for me, but I'm sure it will help some of the other travelers watching this video. And if you're planning a trip abroad, be sure to sign up for my free email course, How to Plan a Trip to Europe. It walks you through the trip planning process step by step so that you can plan an itinerary that is easy and stress-free for yourself. I'll link it in the description below. And if you want to hang out a little bit longer, then I would recommend these videos next. If this video was helpful, go ahead and give it a like and be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you want to hang out a little bit longer, I would recommend these videos next. Until next time, bye.